There's a Chicago suburb where you can live within walking distance of 2 different metro stations, send your kids to some of the top ranked schools in Illinois, and still somehow find homes for less than what you'd pay for in neighboring towns. I'm talking about Wheaton, and as someone who's living in Wheaton personally, this will be an honest take because while I love it, I may not stay here forever, and I'll share why in a bit. But I want to break down what it's really like living in Wheaton as a true local here. I'm Blankenship, a Chicagoland realtor helping people just like you move in and around the Chicagoland area. So if you had thoughts about buying, selling, or relocating here in the Chicago suburbs, I would love to be your real estate agent of choice. Just send me an email right here on the screen. So what are the top 3 reasons why families are loving Wheaton in 2025? I've been helping people relocate and move around here for years now, and trust me, these 3 things come up in literally every single conversation I have with my clients. First up, and this is honestly the biggest reasons families are moving here, is the schools are consistently ranked among the best in Illinois. District 200 is ranked highly on a lot of different websites you'll find, and it definitely shows in the numbers as well. Besides, the schools here aren't just about academics. I'm seeing these amazing fine art programs and some of the best high school sports teams in all of Illinois. And the support that students get from the school system is absolutely huge. Now, the second reason why people are moving to Wheaton is the incredible location accessibility. We're just about 30 miles west of Chicago with easy access to both I-88 and I-355. Plus, we've got 2 metro stations right in town that can get you in downtown in about 40 minutes if you're looking at an express train. Wheaton sits in this perfect spot where you can easily get to Naperville, Schaumburg, Oak Brook, and all the major employment centers in the western suburbs. And listen, having that flexibility with so many job options within a reasonable drive is definitely a huge perk when trying to conduct and figure out where you are going to land here in the Chicago suburbs. Before living in North Wheaton though, I lived in South Wheaton, so close to Donata, and later in this video I can give you guys my true personal opinion and perspective here, especially if you had thoughts on living in either South or North Wheaton. The last reason is something that sets Wheaton apart, the incredible blend of small town charm with big city amenities. The downtown area here is truly the heart of everything. You have some of my favorite places in all of the Chicago suburbs to eat, and honestly, there's been so much development over the past 20 years that you can literally enjoy everything you want here instead of going anywhere else. And Donata Square out in South Wheaton just completed that major renovation that's brought in some fantastic new shops and restaurants, and truly there's so much potential there to bring even much more great shops and restaurants. But what excites me is all the community events we have going on throughout the year. We've got the Farmers Market a few months out of the year, the Wheaton Brew Fest in August, and the Christmas Parade in December that brings the whole town together. With my favorite, the tents on Hale Street. See, what makes Wheaton different in 2025 is how all these things work together. You've got the amazing schools, some of the best locations here in the suburbs, and this incredible community that just makes you feel right at home. And we're seeing many families choose Wheaton right now, not just from around the area already, but from the city and out of state. It's not just one thing either, it's everything together that makes this place so special. But before you think about moving here, you need to understand first the cost of living in this town, especially since many interesting things are happening right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Property taxes in Illinois are relatively high compared to the national average. In Wheaton, the effective tax rate is around 2.1%, which is lower than many surrounding communities. But despite these taxes, the city has been able to maintain all our amazing services while improving infrastructure. I'm talking about the police department, fire services, the awesome library we have in downtown Wheaton, and all the parks and recreation facilities. The average home price for a single family home right now is sitting about around $637,000, and that's up about 18.6% from the same month last year. Yet, even with this jump, I'm seeing my clients save money in other areas. Like our utility costs, they're lower than a lot of other similar suburbs because of some of the energy initiatives the city has put in place. So living in Wheaton does come with a cost of living that's about 19% higher than the Illinois average and about 15% above the national average. And you know what? That makes sense when you think about everything you're getting here. Your groceries might be about 3% higher and healthcare costs are right about 8% above the national average. So here's the bottom line about costs in Wheaton. Yes, you're looking at a higher investment up front, especially with home prices and property taxes, but when you factor in the value you're getting with our schools and amenities, many of my clients find it's worth every penny to make a move here. And honestly, that's why we're seeing so many families choose Wheaton right now. Even with these prices, they're looking at the bigger picture and seeing the value that they truly get. And like I said, one of the main reasons is our school district, but before I break that down for you, there are tons of neighborhoods that you can look at. Let me tell you some of my absolute favorites because, like I said, I've lived in both North and South Wheaton. But before we get into that, I've helped so many people just like you make that big move in and around the Chicago suburbs. Whether it's next week or next year, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. And if you love learning about what it's like to live, work, and play in these suburbs, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on helpful videos just like this one. There's many different neighborhoods in Wheaton to choose from as well, starting with the historic downtown Wheaton, which is the heart and soul of the city. We're talking about these beautiful Victorian and craftsman style houses, many of them built in the late 1800s and early 1900s. The average sales price here is sitting at about $650,000, but we've seen a 32% appreciation over the last 5 years. I personally live in an old home in North Wheaton, and I think one of the biggest things that people don't realize is, yes, an abundance of old school charm, but sometimes there are problems. So if you look into something like this, like an old home, you need to make sure you do your diligence up front, and I can help you with that. The location is incredible. You're literally walking distance to downtown. Both metro stations are right there, and all the homes, wherever you turn your head, are honestly pretty unique and different from one after the other. Next is Scottsdale, another neighborhood that can be a great option to take a look at if you are looking in South Wheaton. What I love about this location is that you're right off Butterfield with easy access to Donata Shopping and highways to your east. One thing to know here is that it actually goes to Glen Ellen schools. With Glenbar South being the high school, you can find homes anywhere here between $400,000 to $650,000. Other South Wheaton neighborhoods are Stonehenge and Donata West. Both are some of my favorite subdivisions in Wheaton. You have beautiful two-story homes in both subdivisions, either ranging from 2,200 above living all the way to 3,300 plus above living square feet, and you'll still find your home probably having a basement. You'll see prices here anywhere from $550,000 to $850,000 plus in either of these subdivisions. And what I personally love is the access to Seven Gables Park, Donata Shopping, Town Square, Rice Lake Pool, and so much more. And throughout Wheaton as well, you'll find new construction homes. And if you want something in more of the luxury space, you'll see incredible homes on legendary Prairie Avenue in North Wheaton, or even Murfield or Pleasant Hollow. You've got everything in Wheaton from established properties to some new construction and major renovations. And when it comes to choosing one neighborhood, it's not just about picking the best, and it's actually about finding the one that fits all your needs for how you exactly want to live. If you think those neighborhoods are incredible, wait until you hear more about the school district. This will open up your eyes to why so many families are moving here to Wheaton. So what about the school system in Wheaton? It's in one of the top 20 districts in all of Illinois according to niche.com, and Niche actually gives it an A rating overall. And what's cool is these schools aren't just about academics. I'm talking about state championships, sports teams, incredible music programs, and these innovative STEM initiatives that are just giving students incredible opportunities. Edison Middle School just implemented this amazing new technology program where every student gets experience with coding and robotics, and Wheaton North and Wheaton Warrenville South High School both offer over 20 AP courses plus dual credit options. But what I'm seeing that makes District 200 special is how they balance academics with the whole child approach. They put in a huge emphasis on social emotional learning and mental health resources, which is something that matters to the families that I personally work with. Also, something most people don't know is how District 200 has this incredible resource called the Jefferson Early Childhood Center, which provides specialized education for children ages 3 to 5, which is an amazing foundation for our youngest learners. Both high schools, Wheaton North and Wheaton Warrenville South, consistently rank in the top 5% of high schools in Illinois, and Wheaton Academy is a private Christian school in West Chicago that many Wheaton families choose, and is consistently ranked as one of the top private schools in the whole state. When I'm working with families, I always recommend they do their due diligence on what schools are the best for their kids, whether it's elementary, middle, or high school. And from there, we'll be able to hammer down the house search because we can stay within those specific boundaries. And before we wrap it up, there's one more thing that's worth mentioning about living in Wheaton, and it's something that has everything to do with loving where you live. So what makes Wheaton truly special is the incredible recreation options and community life here. This is honestly what I hear my clients rave about after they've lived here for a while, and truly, I've personally experienced it because I actually live here myself. First up, let's talk about the outdoor scene. The Illinois Prairie Path literally runs across right through the heart of Wheaton. The 61-mile converted railroad trail is perfect for biking, running, or just taking a family walk. And something that I noticed was that I have a handful of clients relocating from Chicago that are avid runners and ask for trails to hit. And the Prairie Path is one of those spots I typically bring up. Something most people don't realize is that Wheaton has this incredible connection to nature despite being so close to the city of Chicago. Cantigny Park is this absolute gem with 500 acres of stunning gardens, museums, and walking paths. But you know what else is unique when it comes to nature in Wheaton? It's actually the water. We've got Herrick Lake and Blackwell Forest Reserve where you can go fishing, kayaking, and paddleboarding without having to drive far out of town. Growing up, we used to go to Blackwell for fishing derbies with me, my dad, brother, and grandpa, and spend our whole days just hanging out and fishing there, but we'd never win any of the competitions. And Wheaton has this perfect balance where people get involved, but there's no pressure to join everything. The Wheaton Park District runs over 2,000 different programs throughout the year. That's everything from youth sports leagues to art classes to senior fitness groups. And when it comes to community events, Wheaton definitely brings it, I would say. The Taste of Wheaton brings the whole town together every summer. We've got outdoor concerts in Memorial Park, the Shakespeare in the Park series, and the Chili Cook-Off in the fall. Something is happening every single weekend here, and downtown Wheaton has been doing an awesome job putting all this stuff together. The food scene is another thing that's exploded recently, and I'm not just saying that because I'm able to just practically walk here to downtown Wheaton whenever I want. Wheaton used to be this pretty quiet, but in the last few years, we've seen these amazing growth of unique restaurants. We've got everything from upscale dine at Ivy and Proof Number 5 to casual spots like Movable Feast and Giamia. My favorite is the options for ice cream, from Kimmer's to Kilwin's to even Graham's ice cream. And for families with kids, the programming here is second to none. The Wheaton Park District, the library, and all the local organizations offer so much for the kids. So when you're thinking about what daily life is actually like in Wheaton, think about this amazing blend of outdoor activities, community events, and cultural experiences, all within a town that still feels manageable and connected. And that's what makes living here so special, in my opinion. So here's everything you need to know about living in Wheaton in 2025. Is it right for you? Let me know in the comments down below. With its highly rated school district, different neighborhoods, and the countless things to do here that makes me love where I live and why I love living here in Wheaton. But keep in mind, there's so many great suburbs in the Chicagoland area that you'll have plenty of options if Wheaton isn't number one on your list, and I might not be here forever personally. And if you're thinking about making a move to Wheaton or anywhere in the Chicagoland area, my team and I can help you out, and we've helped so many families find their homes around the Chicago suburbs in the past year. And as the number one solo agent in my real estate office, and I also run the largest Instagram page for the Chicago suburbs called Living Chicago Suburbs with over 80,000 followers. I know the inside and out of the suburbs, so just email right here on the screen or check the description with all my information to get started today. And before you go, if you enjoyed this video but are still curious about where to live in the Chicago suburbs, then make sure you watch my video where I rank the best and worst suburbs. Click up here to watch what I rank, and I rank every Western Chicago suburb from worst to best. So if you want to find out which one is right for you, then watch what this video coming up on your screen next, and I will see you guys in the next video.